Members of the densely packed crowd at Travis Scott's concert were pushed towards the stage and were crushed against each other at his Houston Music Festival on Friday night. 8 people reportedly died and many were injured. Travis has since issued an apology for continuing the show when he saw the commotion taking place. However, fans don't believe that's good enough. He is currently getting cancelled and there's a few major lawsuits against him. As the news surfaces, more and more survivors who attended the concert are recounting their stories of what happened that night and warning what you're about to hear is seriously disturbing.
Hey, this is me at Astroworld, and I wanted to do a little unpacking story time of what it was like up at the front. I don't even know where to start because we got there at 5 a.m. Every point after that, it was just like mayhem. And we quickly realized, like, this is gonna be like a lawless event. The space and the security were completely overwhelmed at every stage of the process. Security got rushed. The place before security got rushed, completely taken over. Like, completely. There was no, at least for the first wave of people, which we were in, no check, like there was no checking your Vax card, checking your ID, checking your ticket, like there was none of that. At all. So anyone could have brought in anything, and they did, obviously. Yeah, I mean, this photo's at like 7:30 in the morning, and all the barricades had already been broken to just get to a line to wait for another line to get through security. But when we showed up, this is what Travis's stage looked like, and we stood right here all day. And yeah, so since we were there all day, like, we quickly realized like there was not enough staff. Security was young people, like people in their 20s, like young guys and girls were security at the stage, which is like just the culmination of everything, and they didn't know how to handle it at all. Yeah, and so we were there from 10 a.m. till the set starts, and as you can see, there was like this timer going that was making everybody freak out, and like those noises that you're hearing, like those sounds, were going all day long from 10 a.m. to the set. These frequency noises with this high bass going all day, making people freak out. 2 hours before the set even started, there's people screaming for help trying to get out. And especially when this timer starts going off, people are getting pulled out left and right. Hundreds of people are getting pulled out, unconscious people, crowd surfing already before anything even started. So it could have stopped there. They could have realized it was going to get out of hand and stopped it there, but they didn't. Obviously, the set starts, everything's insane. We're at the barricade. Our ribs and our hips are getting completely crushed by the barricade, and the people behind us, it's just this mass wave, like, 50,000 people behind us, the pressure of that just crushing us at the front. And another thing I wanted to mention is I've seen a lot of things saying that, like, just the pressure and like the uncontrolledness is like what made people panic and die. But I also saw a lot of people targeting each other. I was getting hit in the back of the head, smashing my head into the barricade, trying to get my spot. I heard people conspiring to take people out. Like, it was on purpose, and they knew they weren't going to get caught, and they didn't. Okay, another thing I wanted to talk about was everyone defending Travis Scott, which is blowing my mind completely. And I'll try to make this fast. But yeah, this signage was everywhere, on the merch, like printed on the stage. It all feels very orchestrated, it all feels very on purpose. But yeah, I want to talk about people defending him, saying like, well, he can't see up there, like, he's known for being a rager, like, da-da-da-da. No, it was not like that. If he would have said, hey, if you see someone on the ground, pick him up, everyone would have done it. Everyone would have done it. But instead, he says, I want the fucking ground to shake, like, let's go crazy, Houston. Hello? And he got word that people were unconscious, he could see them, he got word that people were dying, and he was still saying these things. Like, let's go, let's rage, let's go crazy. And like, as the show was going on, I was just praying for it to be over. I was so scared of him, I was scared he was gonna get us all killed.
What's up, guys? So as y'all know, I was just at Astroworld. Horrible, man. I couldn't even enjoy the show this year. It was crazy. I had to get out. I was one of the people like struggling to get out. And I'm a big dude, so it's pretty scary to think about like the people that were like under a foot shorter than me, man. I mean, it's a crazy experience and something that I don't think anybody was expecting. I've been to the last couple Astroworlds, and I mean, this year was just, something was different. It was just, the energy was crazy, man. I can't even begin to put it into words for you guys, but so I'm gonna take a couple days off from posting because I literally watched somebody die right in front of me, and I'm still kind of in shock about it. I've never seen anything like that in my life, and just want everyone to stay safe, and everyone just cherish moments that you guys have with everyone. You know, you never know when it's going to be your last day, so everyone stay safe and have a good rest of y'all's weekend. Later. Yeah, so I got a few comments about a story time. So yeah, so basically about this girl that passed away in front of me, which I can't even believe I'm saying that right now, bro. I literally cannot believe I'm saying that. But anyways, so basically I was, to begin with, up in like the pits, up towards the front, not all the way at the front, but towards the front. And like I said the last video, I couldn't do it. And I've been to the last Astroworld, I've been to multiple Travis concerts, and this was just different, bro. Like I couldn't do it. I was so squished. I literally like started having like kind of like a panic attack. I was so squished. I was like so compressed against people. It was just scary, bro. Like I started freaking out. So I just made my way towards the back exit. So the way it was set up was there was like a pit, a barrier, and like a walkway, and then another pit and a barrier and a walkway, and then behind that barrier and walkway was the VIP section. And it's kind of above everyone. So yeah, I was on that second pit. So there's a pit, barricade, pit, and I was in that second pit right here. And I got to that barricade that was close to the VIP section, and that's when I climbed over. And as soon as I got over, I was just helping a bunch of people over because, I mean, I was one of many that couldn't do it. And like I said, it's crazy to think about because like I said in the last video, I'm a big dude, and I mean, I'm helping like little girls over that are like, you know, 5'6", 5'2", 5'4". I just can't even imagine like how horrible that must have been. Like they really probably thought they were gonna die, which is crazy. Yeah, I get over the fence, and this girl gets helped over, but she is out, like out cold, bro, like completely out. And I don't know if it was her boyfriend or whoever she was with, but whoever she was with started crying like hysterically and just like, she's not waking up, there's no pulse. And bro, it's like giving me chills right now thinking about this shit, bro. But they started giving her CPR, and I mean, nothing, bro. Literally pretty much the whole Travis performance, they were giving her CPR, and they're like, where's the paramedics, because I mean, bro, like literally, like it took the paramedics probably 30 minutes to get through, and once they got through, they tried to do CPR on her and nothing. Then they started carrying her out on a stretcher, bro, and they dropped the stretcher, and her body, like just her lifeless body, just topples over onto the ground again, and they like pick her back up and put her back on the stretcher. I mean, bro, I can't even, oh god, bro, like I can't even, it was horrible. It's so hard for me to talk about that. I can't even, like, bro, it's seriously, like, it makes me sick, bro. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I mean, that's really all I saw. I tried to look away after that because I started like feeling lightheaded when I saw that. It's just like something I never thought I'd see in my life, especially at Astroworld, bro. Like somewhere you're trying to have fun at, like with your friends, just something you look forward to. You'd never think you're seeing something like that. But yeah, that's basically what I saw.
I just wanted to talk about Astroworld and what happened, because I feel like it's pretty like bad, and I think there should be some coverage on it. Okay, I got there probably around 1. Like I was finally like went through all the lines and the security and all that shit to like get into the festival. I like to point out that they were not like, they didn't care about COVID. Like you literally just showed them and they would like glance at it and you could go in. Like you could literally show any type of verification that you didn't have COVID, and like it could be fake and they wouldn't even know. At one point they stopped scanning wristbands too, because like this they would scan, but they just started telling people to raise their hand up and like walk through. So that's also another thing. But when I got into the festival, I immediately said to my boyfriend, I was like, there's way too many people here. Like this is about to be completely flooded, packed with people. For most of the festival, I will say that I was in line for literally this for 4 hours. So I'm just going to talk about, I only saw SZA perform and I saw Travis perform. This is the lineup. So I got out of line around 7:30 and saw Travis at 8:45. So the first performance I saw was SZA, and hers was super chill. I was just in the back, and she's a chill artist, so I really wasn't expecting people to be like going crazy. But literally the first like crazy thing I saw, I guess, was the dude to like my left just dropped dead to the floor, like passed out, full body weight, just down on the ground. And then like, yeah, he was fine though. He got up and his girlfriend was just like, what the fuck just happened, and they kind of just walked away. But that was the first kind of like, okay. And it is a festival, so I understand like people were like, you know, smoking, drinking, taking stuff, like I understand that, but like it's kind of just odd to like see, you know, that shit in front of you. Okay, so it's 8 o'clock. We leave SZA to go start getting close for Travis, and we decide to get food. So as we're getting food, the timer for Travis to come on comes on his set, and the music they're playing is just so fucking eerie. It's like so creepy. Like it's like not like any, like it's not like anybody's music. It's just like weird like beats, like some samples, like I don't know, it's just weird. So Travis comes on. I'm kind of towards the back, so it's not super crazy for me. But like 5 minutes in, fucking like one ambulance and another ambulance and another paramedic just start fucking running past me, like start trying to get through the crowd. I know at one point they were screaming like stop the performance, because so many people were like passing out and literally dying. Stop the show! Stop the show! Stop the show! People were making it obvious to Travis that things were not okay. I can't find the video anymore, but there was literally a video of so as I was talking about in the last video, the video that I couldn't find was a video of literally like 4 people on the ground getting CPR from just different paramedics in the middle of a mosh pit. It was just a crazy ass video, and I don't know where the fuck it went. It was so fucking weird. Scary. Here are just like the little weird things that I've like heard of and like noticed while I was there. I personally can't really say much about the festival itself because I was in line from 3 to 7, so I kind of just was in line. I know that the water bottles that they were selling were $7, and the free filtered water was probably a 3-hour line to like get it. I heard that there was only 2 defibrillators for the entire festival. I'm not sure if that's true, but that's what I heard. So Metro Boomin never came on. He was the opener for the festival, and he never came on. And Master P was the performer after him, and the last thing that Master P said before he got off stage was, "Don't die tonight." Which I don't think is that weird. I mean, he probably knows how crazy Travis's fan base is. Like, everybody knows that, but yeah. I just think there could have been a lot of precautions taken to prevent a lot of the things that happened. There were multiple people that died, and one of those people that died was literally 10 years old. Age limits, smaller capacities, more security, like it all could have been maintained. There was a tree next to me, and there was like people climbing in and shit, and Travis literally stopped and was like, "Let's get ready to motherfucker." And Travis is known for encouraging like, let's get crazy, let's rage, like let's like, you know, whatever. I'm not trying to say put this on Travis. It was just so fucking weird. Like, I could go into like my personal opinion on like what happened. Like, it felt demonic and satanic as fuck. And like I'm wearing a cross right now, but like I'm not even fucking religious, like 0% like whatsoever. It just felt so fucking weird. I've gone to multiple concerts, and I've never felt the like way I felt watching him as I have other artists. Watching SZA, I felt fine, I felt happy, but when I was like waiting for Travis and watching Travis, it just felt like really like eerie, like doomful, like just odd. So in the video I'm about to show, this is when Travis first came on, and he first came on with 8 flames. The first headline that was released that people died was 8 people. And I'm not saying I didn't have fun. I literally was enjoying Travis's performance, but there was just like a weird feeling inside of me, like that was just like, this feels really odd. Travis knew when people were dead. So last night while he was performing, and still hasn't said anything about it. It was overall just really fucking eerie. Okay, this is my last video on it, because I'm not like trying to exploit what happened, and I don't know why people think I'm trying to do that. When I was there, I didn't know people were dying. I wasn't aware of that until I woke up this morning and everybody was texting me like, oh my god, like this is what happened. I made a video because I thought it was weird that while I was there, I felt the way I felt while I was there, and what happened is it's just weird to me. Like, that's the only reason why I made that video. I probably wouldn't have made a video if I had 100% fun and I felt 100% secure in the situation and all of that stuff. As I've mentioned, I had like demonic feelings, satanic feelings, like there was just something weird about the whole situation. That's why I made a video. And for the people that are completely defending Travis Scott, like, okay, like, I honestly am not even the biggest Travis Scott fan. I got the ticket because I literally wanted to just go to a festival. Houston's pretty lame. Like, we never have cool shit here. I live in Houston. Like, I would want to go to that. For the people saying I should have just left, a lot of people should have just fucking left, but we didn't because we paid $400 for a fucking ticket. There's a lot of shit that I didn't say in the fucking video because it doesn't fucking matter and it's just about me. I was talking about how I felt and, like, I don't know why I'm even explaining myself right now. I'm not even, like, famous. So, sorry. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to, like, desensitize what happened. I just made a video because I felt weird there. That happened. It's just like a what the fuck thing. And it's weird because while I was there, me and my boyfriend literally used the words demonic, satanic, eerie, like, while we were there without knowing what the fuck was happening. I'm not saying Travis Scott is demonic or satanic. I don't know anything. I don't know Travis Scott personally. I didn't talk to Travis while I was there. I didn't talk to fucking Drake. I didn't talk to Kylie Jenner. Like, I don't know. I'm giving my opinion. That's what happened. I'm giving you my opinion with a little bit of facts that I know. I'm giving you a first-person source, like... And whether I have gone to a festival before or not, I don't think that 11 plus people dying is something you should expect.
Okay, I don't really agree with the whole devil thing, but something about how he talks about the vibes were different this Astroworld, and in the comments, everyone was talking about the frequency of the music they were playing in between sets, and that, like, clicked in my head. Basically, I made another TikTok talking about what happened, like, with me, like, passing out wise, but, like, more specifically, after Roddy Ricch, I was fine, and they started playing, they usually have DJs in between sets at festivals, but they started playing this weird bass, like this just like repetitive bass noise and nothing else. And right when this thing started playing, I was like, what is this? Like, it was hurting my ears. But then I instantly got sick and I passed out on the floor. And I even told my friend before I passed out, I was like, I'm lightheaded. And then I was like, is this noise bothering you too? And then I passed out, woke up later. People were like shoving drinks down my throat. They're like, are you dehydrated? Are you dehydrated? I'm like, no, like, get away from me. And then we go to Travis's set, we skip Lil Baby and SZA, and then I stand up because people start coming over there, and this sound starts playing again at Travis's stage, but it's way more intensified, and I start passing out again. And I wake up and I'm like freaking out. I'm bawling my eyes out, trying to call and text my mom to come get me. I'm like, help me, like, nothing's going through. I'm freaking out. I couldn't even, this was 2 hours before Travis was getting on, and I still couldn't get out of Travis's stage. That's how many people were over there. It was insane. The fact that there were like fences kind of like by Travis's stage, like keeping people like confined, that the only way out was to go against everyone. It was impossible to get out of there. It was insane. And then like people were passed out all day. It was just weird. It was weird. I've never been to a festival like that, and it was cold. Like, people passed out from like dehydration, drugs, heat exhaustion, but like it was like a cold day. Heat exhaustion isn't out of it, and I've never seen this many people passed out. A couple more things that were weird. There was no exit. Like, to get out, you had to go through the gates you came in, go through the COVID scanning, and go through the parking lot, and then you couldn't go down any of the closed streets. Like, it was the longest way to exit. Like, God forbid if there would have been like a mass, you know what I'm talking about, I don't want to, it would have been terrible. There was no way to get out of here. Also, COVID scanning was a joke completely. They didn't even have you scan your wristbands when I came in, because there was people running through the gates. Half the people there didn't pay for the show, so it was just like so many people. And why was it on concrete? Why was that a good idea? I've been to so many festivals, and like I've never been on one on concrete. Like, I know they had this stuff over Travis's what is on grass, but they put this hard stuff over it. I don't know why. It was weird.
Okay, hi guys, so I'm gonna try doing story time. I haven't stopped crying and I haven't really slept very well, so I'm sorry if it's a little bit jumbled. I want to give some background that me and my best friend Mauricio, we go to Ragers all the time. We are known as a raging duo. Like, we are always at crazy things. We went to City Morgue and I got punched in the face and all this shit. It's okay, I've raged before. I went to Cardi, but it got canceled, so yeah. Me and him were planning on going to Astroworld for months, and we were super beyond excited because all our favorite artists were gonna be there, and it was rage time, and we were super excited because that's what we do. We live for the rage. We live for those moments where you can let go and just be one with the music. Everything was fine. We went to see Don Tolliver at a show as well, and we saw him perform at Astro, and it was great. It was super fun. I love Don Tolliver, and he's a beautiful performer. But things started going down when we were waiting for Travis Scott. We got there at 6:30, and he started performing around 9. We stood up, and the countdown started going down. Once it hit the 10 seconds, things started getting very crowded, and I could not breathe. For reference, I'm only 4'10", and I'm very small, and I weigh 100 pounds on a good day. After the first 3 songs, things were getting super hectic. People were falling down. People were passing out. I was stepping on people. You could not move. I was suffocating, literally. There was one moment after 3 or 4 songs that people start falling down, and I get at the bottom of the mush of people. There's 6 or 7 people on top of me at one point. I started screaming because I could not breathe. I was at the bottom with 6 or 7 people on top of me. I kept pushing them over, off of me, so nothing happened to my back or spine, thankfully. Thank God. There was one point where my knee popped and I started screaming, I cannot feel my legs, I think my leg is broken, and started screaming bloody murder. My best friend at this point was behind me, also crushed. He got out and he says he was fighting for his life and could not move. He got his shoes off and started trying to help me out. I saw people on the floor that were not breathing. I saw people on the floor that were seizing out and falling down. I don't know. Personally, I did not see anyone give injections, but I don't know what happened. People were falling down left and right. Yeah, I'm gonna make a part 2. Sorry. I want to start this one out saying I'm so sorry for anyone that lost a loved one there. I'm beyond grateful that I survived. There was one point, I don't believe in God very much, but I was praying to God that I made this out alive, and that me and my best friend made it out alive. Once I finally got out, my leg was facing the other way, facing an 90-degree angle on the other side of my foot, so I could not feel my legs. My knee was completely out of place. My best friend was screaming for a medic, screaming for help. I remember people screaming to please stop the music. I remember people saying that we needed to stop, people needed to get up. I've never seen anything like that in my life. My best friend finally got me out, and he started screaming that we needed a medic and we needed to get out there now. It took us 10 to 15 minutes to get out of the first area of the mosh. Someone threw me over a railing to get to a medic. Thankfully, thank God. I kept saying I can't feel my legs, please someone help me, please. I was walking over people that I could not see breathing to get to a medic. There was 4 or 5 people that I saw passed out. There was 2 people that I did not see breathing at all when I was going to see the medic. Once we got to the medic area, I wasn't helped very much. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't rescue me because there were so many people that I was just placed on a box and sat there until the show was over. So I was from 9:10 to 10:30. I was in this medic area watching people seize, fall down, pass out. Someone was in a wheelchair with restraints on them. Finally get out after a long time of crying and being in pain and no one helping me. Got in a wheelchair and I go to the medic area. once I got to the medic area, I saw the bigger guy that the video has been going around about. I saw him getting heart shocks and CPR on the floor. I was wheeled into the medic area and then wheeled out because of that. I saw a girl in the corner crying over a dead body and 2 body bags. I've never seen anything like that in my life, and I don't want to ever experience anything like that ever again. I saw the bigger guy get brought into an ambulance, still continuing to do CPR. At this point, I was counting he was down for 5 minutes, continuing to do CPR. There was too many people injured. There was a line to get into the medic area. I was considered a yellow case. And there were some people who didn't even get help until I left, which was 2 hours after the concert finished.
There's a lot of horrific videos circulating of incidents that took place that night. A lot of people lost their lives, and what makes it worse is that all of this could have been prevented. But Travis wanted the biggest, most rowdiest concert and wasn't going to let anything or anyone stop him from performing. What are your thoughts on Travis Scott now, since more survivors are sharing their stories? Let me know in the comments.